Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I am going to share with you what it looks like to eat a lean day. My experiment for November is that I'm going to try to incorporate maybe 1 or 2 lean days into my eating plan every week, and then the rest of the week just follow my normal keto carnivore eating plan. So what I mean by a lean day is that it's just going to be a day where my calories are really low. I'm going to focus on just eating protein, keep my fat low. Generally like around 30 to 40 grams of fat is really all I want to have on the lean days. And then just focus on getting lots of protein. So one of my favorite foods to eat when I'm doing a lean day is egg white protein bread. I got the recipe from Maria Emmerich, and it has become one of my favorite foods when I'm doing a lean day. It's basically just egg whites. And so it's pretty much just protein. There's really not any fat in it. There's a little bit of carbs in it because eggs do have some carbs, but for the most part, it's just protein bread. It's really easy to make and it is really good. So I'm going to show you how I make the protein bread. Okay, so I've got my oven preheating right now. It's preheating to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna start mixing up the bread. Okay, so in my mixing bowl, can't really see very well, I've just got 12 egg whites in there. And then to that, I am going to add 1/4 cup of allulose. And then I'm also going to add 1/2 teaspoon of Redmond's real salt and 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And then I'm just going to turn this on and let it mix for about 10 minutes. Okay, so the 10 minutes is up and you can see it's very, very, very thick. That's exactly how you want it to look. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 cup of egg white protein. And it is literally just egg whites, just powdered egg whites. And then I'm going to mix that in there. Okay, so I have learned through just trial and error that once you add the egg white protein powder in, it's best to just kind of lightly mix it with your hand. If you mix it too much, the bread turns out a really weird texture. So in the beginning, I had used the hand mixer to mix in the powder, and I've just learned that it mixes it too much. So I'm just kind of gently mixing in the powder with a spoon, and then I'm going to pour it into the bread pan. Okay, so it's ready to go in the oven. Okay, it's in the oven. It needs to bake for about 30 minutes. And then after it's done cooking, I'm just going to leave it in the oven for maybe about 15 or 20 minutes just to kind of let it cool a little bit. And then when I take it out, it's gonna have to completely cool before I cut it, which is okay because I'm not actually planning to eat this until tomorrow. I'm just doing my meal prep today, so then I have my bread ready to eat for tomorrow. Okay, so the 30 minutes is up, and here is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm not gonna take it out of the oven yet. Just gonna let it sit in there for a little while. Okay, I just took it out of the oven. Does that not look amazing? It is perfect. So I'm actually going to wait until tomorrow to cut this. I'm just gonna let it sit and cool tonight. So something really funny that I have to share with you from the last time I made a loaf of bread. I had it sitting on the stove just like this one. And Oakley freaked out. He does not like anything new, anything different. So I gotta show you the video of him when he saw the last loaf of bread that I made. Good morning. So today is going to be a lean day for me. So I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit real quick about what that means. I'm starting my day with some coffee. This is actually a peppermint bark coffee that I found this weekend at the Bass Pro Shop. They have like a box of Christmas flavored coffee. So this is awesome. It's really good. And so when I'm fasting through breakfast and not eating anything in the morning, it's kind of a nice little treat to have a flavored coffee. You know, there's no calories or nothing added to it. It's just a hint of flavor and it's really good. So anyway, there's a couple of different things about my lean days that might be a little bit different than what other people might be doing when they talk about their lean and fat days. So I'm pretty much eating my normal keto carnivore way of eating all through the week, but then I'm just adding in 2 really lean days. And so it's kind of a modified version of the intermittent fasting method called the 5-2 method. So if you have been following me for a while, you know that I've been doing intermittent fasting for a long time. I've been doing like the 16 to 18 hour fasting. I usually, you know, fast through breakfast and then eat lunch and dinner. So that's the way I've been doing intermittent fasting for a long time, but there are a lot of different methods to intermittent fasting. And one of them is the 5-2 method. So what that means is 5 days of the week, you just eat like you normally would. And then 2 days of the week, you stay between 500 and 600 calories. And so that is what I am doing this month. For the month of November, it's kind of a little experiment that I'm doing just to see how it makes me feel. And so the only difference now with the 2 days, the 2 days where I have to stay between 500 and 600 calories, I am making those really lean days. I'm pretty much not eating any fat those days. I am trying to eat as low carb as possible, and I'm trying to eat as much protein as possible because protein is really the most important macronutrient. Fat is important too, so I wouldn't want to do that more than a couple days a week. But, you know, for just those 2 days, it's kind of instead of, you know, a lot of people will do complete fasting. They'll do like multiple days of fasting, like, you know, 1 or 2 or 3, or sometimes more fasting days where they don't have anything except water. And I can't do that. I love food. So this is just kind of a little twist on, you know, those fasting days. It's kind of like you're getting the benefits of fasting, but you still get to eat a little bit. So today is going to be a very low calorie day for me. And so everything that I eat today is going to be basically protein. And it helps to, you know, it helps you stay full. It helps with all that hunger. And, you know, it just gives you some of the benefits of having a fasting day without feeling like you're starving. And some people fast and they love it. Some people go, you know, multiple days of fasting with no food and they love it. I'm not one of those people. I do not like to go without food. So, I'm not gonna lie, these lean days are a challenge for me because I do love food and I'm used to eating, you know, lots of fat and protein and eating pretty much as I want to. And so these days are challenging. They're hard. I do get hungry, but it's an experiment. So I just want to see how this goes. So I'm getting ready to start my work day, and then I will come back for lunch and dinner, show you what I'm having. It's not going to be very much. And then I look forward to tomorrow, because then tomorrow I just get to eat a normal day. So, all right, I will check in with you at lunchtime. Okay, it is time for lunch. I am really, really hungry. So for lunch today, I am going to make some air fryer meat bars out of this turkey meat. It is 99% fat-free, so very lean. Some other options that sometimes I would do on a lean day, maybe I would have fish or shrimp, or sometimes I keep cans of chicken on hand, so I might just open up a can of chicken, or just, you know, any of those lean options. So this is my air fryer. I use a Ninja air fryer. It works as a grill. It also is an air fryer. It can dehydrate, it can bake, it can roast, it can do all kinds of stuff. So I just have my air fryer basket in there. I'm gonna break that up into some bars of meat and cook it in the air fryer. Okay, so I've got my meat bars in the air fryer. I am going to season them with my Redmond's real salt. This one is just the regular seasoned salt, which I love. And then I'm also going to use the onion and garlic salt. I like to put all of those on there. And then I'm just going to let the air fryer go for about 12 to 15 minutes. My meat is still a little bit frozen today, so it'll take a little bit longer than what it normally would. Okay, it's time for dinner. I haven't really had much to eat today. Like I told you in the beginning of the video, this is really a limited calorie day. So I had my ground turkey meat bars for lunch, and now for dinner I'm gonna have some of that egg white protein bread that I made. So it is still in the bread pan. After I made the bread yesterday, I let it cool completely, and then last night I just covered it with some tin foil and stuck the whole pan in the fridge. So now I am going to go ahead and slice it up, and this is what I'm eating. It is basically nothing but protein. So one of the things I love about this bread is that it really fills me up. It really makes me, it's satisfying because there's so much protein in it. So the entire loaf, this entire loaf of bread right here, the entire thing is 576 calories for the entire loaf, 0 fat, 126 grams of protein, and then it does have 18 grams of total carbs, and that is somewhat because of the egg whites, but it is a lot because of the allulose. So you don't have to use the allulose in the bread, but I do like the way it makes it taste. I do like how it makes it, you know, more brown like regular bread. You can make this bread without the allulose. You do not need that. So that is how all the macros break down. So what I usually do is I'll divide it usually into either half a loaf, or I'll divide it into 4 pieces. And then that's how I know, you know, how much I'm eating for my macros. So tonight, because I'm trying to keep my calories around 500 to 600 calories on these days, on my lean days, I ate my whole pound of turkey meat for lunch. So for dinner, I'm only going to eat 1/4 of the loaf of the bread. So I'm gonna slice it up and I'm gonna eat. Okay, I tipped my camera so you can see what I'm doing. I just like to take the bread out, put it on a cutting board. I have a bread knife, and I'm just going to slice it up. Okay, so it is sliced up. I divided it, like I said, into 4 pieces because then I know what a fourth of the loaf of bread equals. And so look how awesome this is. It is like, it's just a great texture. I divided this part into smaller slices, but it is amazing. So that is what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. Okay, so I put the other 3 sections of that loaf of bread in a baggie, and I'm just gonna put it in the fridge, and then I'll be able to eat it throughout the week. Usually I make 1 loaf of bread for the week, and then that usually will last me for the whole week. Because tomorrow I won't be eating a lean day, so I'll be eating other things, plus I'll probably have some of my bread. Okay, so that is it. I mean, it's not really that exciting. I didn't eat a lot of food today, but that is an example of what a lean day is for me. And so just a reminder from what I talked about a little bit earlier in the video, this is based on a method of intermittent fasting. It's called the 5-2 method, where on 2 days out of the week, you can eat between 500 to 600 calories, and then that is it. I choose to take it a step further and make those calories from very, very lean protein. That's not necessary with the 5-2 method. That's just my choice. I'm just curious to see how it all works. So really, on those days, you can get those calories from anything, but I choose to focus on lean protein, mostly because it makes me stay full longer, and also because you just need protein. So that is my day, and tomorrow I'll go back to just eating my normal keto carnivore eating plan. I'm thinking I'm gonna have bacon tomorrow because it sounds really good, especially since I'm not having really any fat today. Tomorrow and the next day I'll probably have, lots of protein and fat. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel. I will be doing lots more videos like this.